Alright, we got a Wi-Fi battle here. This is Steve. It's against my friend Dominique. He's on my Skype. I'm not really sure how I got him on there. I guess he messaged me on YouTube or something. Anyways, I'm gonna lead off with jump bluff and start off just with a sleep pattern, and then switch out just to go and set up my stealth rocks because that's what I had to do there. And so his Gligar is sleeping, and basically this is the best thing to have out for him because I can Will-O-Wisp him and set up my stealth rocks. So he really can't do anything now because he probably can only set up sword stances and whatnots. So I go ahead and switch into my shot because I know that while he's burned, he can't touch me at all with a U-turn or any, especially because I resist it. So he's just going to set up sword stances, hoping I was going to set something up instead of being an attacker. But I'm choice banded, so 2 returns are going to take out the Gligar, and that's not an issue anymore. So he goes in this Medicham, and he's going to go for the Ice Punch. I knew he was choice scarfed. I have no idea why I stayed in. That was just a really dumb idea. I could have definitely just gone into Torkoal and taken the hit nicely, and nothing of gone down, but I stayed in for some reason. I actually make a whole bunch of stupid plays like that during this battle, mainly because I guess I wasn't in the right state of mind when I was doing this battle. So I go for the Will-O-Wisp on the switch, I think. Yeah, or something. I don't know. He's in the slow king now and he got burned. I'm going to go into Stay Puff because usually slow king set up something. I set up Calm Minds with mine. So he goes for the Toxic, and I'm just going to go ahead and Encore him into that so he can't move. So he can't hurt my team or anything, can't set up anything because I don't know what this guy's going to do. So I Encore him into Toxic, and now he can't really do much, so he's going to switch out and go into Eradicate. I predict some kind of switch, so I just go for the Stun Spore. And that's really awesome for me because now one of his faster sweepy Pokemon are just completely crippled. And that's great. So I'm going to go for a Swagger, and that's going to raise his attack and confuse him. So I have Parafusion now, and he's not going to break through that. He's just going to hurt himself in Confusion, and that's going to hurt him a lot. So I get Poison, and now I can't do anything because if I switch out, I'll just get killed by Stealth Rock. So I decide just to go for his Sleep Powder in case he wants to switch out and go into something else that I haven't seen yet. But he goes into Slowbro, and yeah, he goes into Slowbro, and that's not going to take anything because he's already burned. So I go ahead and go into my stinky ass, and I'm just well, let me go for, I think I go for a Sucker Punch. No, I go for a Poison Jab, and he switches out into a Meganium, and that's not a big deal. That's pretty good for me because it's super effective still. I guess he was expecting the Sucker Punch, and which I do carry, so that's good. So I'm even in HP and attack and stuff, so I really can't take hits that well, so keep that in mind as I do this battle. Muck comes in to take the second Poison Jab, and it takes alright damage from it considering it's resisted and everything, and he has good HP, but Mucks are primarily special tanks that set up curses. So he starts to set up curses, and I think I go for a Will-O-Wisp just to cripple his attack, and he predicts that easily and goes into Slowbro, but I was just playing predictable because there's nothing else I could have done with this guy. So now that he's in here, I'm going to switch out. I go for Earth Power, actually. I don't know why I stayed in. Like I said, not the right kind of mindset for this battle. State of mind was definitely, my judgment was totally off. So I go for the Earth Power for whatever the fuck reason, and that's not going to do anything to slow King. So he goes for a Surf, and I'm still staying in here. I think I was trying to explode here. Yeah, I decided I was going to explode and stay in. Hopefully he was going to go for another Slack Off, but he just goes straight for the Surf, and that takes me out. So I'm going to go ahead into Stinky Ass, and I love that nickname. And I go for the Jab, plain predictable again, just nothing else I can do. I'm going to eventually want to explode at this, but I don't want to explode when he still has Muck and Slow King left. So I have to wait till one of them gets taken out. So he goes for a Brick Break, and that's not going to do anything to me because I have such a heavy HP investment in my EVs. And I go for a Roar just because I can't touch Muck, and that brings in Slow King. And Slowking is going to, I think he's just going to switch out. Yeah, he switches out. He goes into Eradicate as Death Fodder. I go for the Sucker Punch, and that just missed. I don't know why I was going for Sucker Punch. I was playing really stupid. So I go for a Poison Jab, and that's going to take him out because he's paralyzed, and he gets para-hexed on his Sucker Punch, which I guess made up for me playing so stupid before. I should have just been going for the Poison Jab. So I'm going to go for the Sucker Punch on the Medicham, and I get a crit, and that takes it out. I'm not sure if that mattered or not because they have pretty frail defenses. And I'm going to speed this part up here because he goes into his Slowking, and that's just a big stall match between my Pokemon and his. So basically I'm just throwing jabs everywhere and going for Sucker Punches, trying to get him to attack me and not getting the Sucker Punches and going for the Poison Jabs, and he goes for Slack Offs and survives with like -2 HP, and it's just a big mess until eventually I finally get it right and predict his Surf and the Sucker Punch for the kill, which happens right there. Yeah, so now that that thing's out of the way, he's going to go ahead and bring in Muck, and I'm just going to explode on Muck, and that's going to go ahead and take him out easily because he doesn't have any curse boosts or anything like that. And then you guys get to see my final Pokemon, and which is Meganium, I'm pretty sure. So once the video catches up. Yeah, so I go into my Wailord, which is my last Pokemon. I'm just going to go for the Ice Beam with the Meganium. That's going to take it out. So that was a pretty good game, Dominique. Yeah, if anybody wants to battle me, go ahead and send me a message. I'm trying to get more battles in just because if nobody challenges me, I'm not motivated enough to post more battles. So go ahead, and if anybody actually watches these, go ahead and leave a comment because I have no idea like who follows me and who doesn't. Alright, peace out.